What's going on, everybody? Lexi right here, and today we're going to be going over what I've been dealing with chatgpt to help me with this cure for lymphoma cancer, and I came up with this idea for it to try and help beat the cancer and get rid of it for good. And it's called the Vitoscope and B cell eradication BCE protocol for lymphoma cancer eradication cure test information. So we're going to be going over what all goes into it and stuff like that. So number one is the concept and overview, and the device name is the Vitoscope, and process name B cell eradication BCE protocol. The goal is to detect, visualize, and selectively destroy canine B cell lymphoma cells safely while enabling collaboration among veterinarians, researchers, and engineers. And the core components, number one is the targeted binding agent. Selectively binds lymphoma B cells, CD20, while sparing healthy cells. Can carry a fluorescent tag for imaging or a therapeutic payload. So it helps target the actual cancer cells and get rid of those while safely keeping the healthy ones inside to keep the pet still healthy while just getting rid of the bad cells. And number two, the Vitoscope AR imaging headset. It kind of looks like these glasses. It kind of looks like glasses. It's what it kind of looks like. It's portable, wireless, hybrid design combining Meta glasses mobility with Apple Vision Pro level AR display. Displays 3D lymphoma cell clusters in real time, and it helps the veterinarian see the cancer cells easy and be able to eradicate those just by being able to see them with their glasses. And 3, the BCE protocol, step-by-step treatment workflow from imaging to targeted therapy, post-treatment care, and patient recovery. Number 4 is the digital collaboration platform, website/app hosting blueprint, AI guidance, patent info, live editable workflow, and professional group chat. So that way the researchers, veterinarians, doctors, they can all be able to work together and send stuff easily through the glasses to each other without really having to use their hands to do so that they can use their hands to help work on the animal while the device is the one doing the job. With the website, they have a blueprint to see the design of the device, AI guidance to help them more easily, and they can see the patent info on the device. They have a live editable workflow where they can edit things about the whole cure, and they have a group chat so that way they can talk to each other, communicate easy. And then number 2 is the technical description. This is where we're going to be describing everything technically, which the binding agent is monoclonal antibody or engineered molecular compound targeting CD20 lymphoma cells. And it just it only targets the cancer cells. It will not target anything else. And it has a dual function, fluorescent tagging for AR and visualization, plus optional therapeutic payload. And we're going to be describing this a lot easier as we go through the whole thing here. It has a high specificity to differentiate malignant B cells from healthy ones. It helps the doctors be able to tell the difference between the cancer cells and the healthy ones. And as far as the Vitoscope imaging system, it's a wireless portable AR headset. It has 3D visualization of lymphoma distribution in the body, and vets can operate remotely to minimize exposure. So while they're doing like x-rays or so, they can operate outside the room without having to be in there and getting exposed to the gamma rays of x-rays. It has real-time annotations and measurement overlays. And the therapeutic delivery, the BCE protocol. Number 1, dog under anesthesia for safety. And this isn't just for dogs, this is for any pet. And it would go under IV injection of the binding agent. The doctor would have AR headset which visualizes lymphoma cells in 3D, and optional payload activates to destroy the targeted lymphoma cells, and post-treatment supportive care, analgesics, appetite stimulants, hydration, and energy stabilizers. So the dog or a pet would have some medication to help with appetite and hydration and energy to help them become back to normal, instead of just, being sick. They can they'll eventually go back to normal with the medication and supportive care afterwards. And the post-treatment monitoring, which would be vitals and therapy effectiveness tracked via AR overlay and synced to collaboration platform. It has automatic recording of imaging and therapy data for reference. So they're able to, keep track of the animal that is under the post-treatment. So, and then number 3, development roadmap. And number 1, it says research phase, molecular differences in B cells, veterinary oncology standards. So they're able to, see the research phase. Prototype phase, AR headset design, imaging software, binding agent lab tests. So they're able to see stuff on the device. And preclinical phase, animal safety trials, anesthesia protocol optimization, therapy efficiency testing. So they're able to, make sure that animal is okay, and they're, making sure everything is going well with the preclinical phase. Regulatory phase, USDA/FDA veterinary approvals for devices and therapeutic agents. So, the FDA and USDA has to approve the device and stuff like that for the veterinarians and, for therapeutic agents. Deployment phase, affordable modular packages, which is headset plus consumable agents. Digital platform development, AI assistance, live blueprint editing, group chat, patent and inventor info integration. They're able to see all that. And then digital collaboration platform, which this is going to explain all the features that the device has. So it has live editable blueprint for ongoing optimization. They're able to edit it on their own as they research and do all their testing and stuff like that they have to do, and they're able to edit things until it kind of like the saying, like, back to the drawing board. And that's what they're doing. They're going back to the drawing board, and they're able to edit things to make sure it goes right, to make it a good device to use to help, destroy the cancer cells. It has AI guidance explaining procedures, therapy adjustments, and troubleshooting. So AI would help them along the way. data visualization, which imaging scans, therapy results, metrics. They're able to see all that to help with the procedure and stuff. Professional group chat, threaded discussions per specialty, oncology, molecular biology, and engineering. They're able to talk to each other and communicate with each other, just with the device. It has an about page, which inventor info, which is me. I'm pretty much the inventor because I came up with the idea. And, well, it's pretty much like me and chatgpt AI were the inventors of the Vitascope. So it's would have my inventor information, like my name, and kind of like a little bit of a small about me page and stuff like that. It has the patents, it has the project vision, and it has some references in there. And it has a workflow dashboard for tracking ongoing trials and updates. So they're able to see, like, it would have live updates. It would just keep, showing everything that they're doing. It would change. They got the dog. They put the dog under anesthesia to get started. It would show that. It would show that the dog's in surgery. It would show that. It would update as they go on through the whole procedure, and then it would show on there complete, at the very end, complete cancer cells eradicated. And to see that for an owner of the pet, to see that, I'm sure they'd be, taking that big old sigh of relief and being, so happy that the lymphoma cells, or it's not just for lymphoma cells, or the cancer cells are eradicated and the pet is healthy, back to normal, able to, play like they used to, and stuff like that. And so it would always make sure it has live updates for the doctors, vets, and the patients, the owners. So then number 5 is the affordability and accessibility. The hardware, up to 3 Vitascope headsets shared across clinics. So they're able to share there's up to 3 headsets able to connect to each other to be able to share everything that's going on. They don't have to be in the same building. They can, one vet can be in San Diego, California, while another vet is helping out with this procedure, and they're in, freaking New York City. You know what I mean? So they don't have to even be close to each other. It would be able to communicate. Up to 3 devices would be able to connect to each other for, the group to get together and help and work together as a team to help eradicate the cells. Consumables, which is targeting binding agents, are sold separately. So, like we talked about, the binding agents, which is the kind of like a shot. It's not a shot, but it's similar, and it helps, bring it fluorescence the cancer cells. It makes them glow. It kind of like radioactively glow, kind of, in a way. And it would show that, so that way they know that that's the bad cells. Alright, eradicate those, don't touch anything else, and then once they eradicate those, the pet should be healthy. So that's what the binding agents are. The software, subscription model for AI guided platform and collaboration tools. So yes, like the veterinarian researchers, stuff like that, they would have to have like that subscription thing, like like that monthly subscription for the whole thing, which isn't really too expensive, really. It has modular design to allow scalability and cost efficiency for veterinary clinics of all sizes. So even small town clinics can get this. Not just clinics that are like expensive, like out the wazoo. Like kind of like if you go to New York City and take a pet to a vet out there, that's gonna be expensive because it's New York City. They're gonna be expensive. So, and then as far as like a town like ours, here we're in Hardinsburg right now. We're in Hardinsburg, Kentucky right now. So kind of like if we took a pet out here, it'd be way less expensive. It's still up there in price, but it's way less expensive than like a New York City vet. You know what I mean? So like every vet, no matter big or small, they would be able to afford the device and targeting binding agents and everything going into this hole here. So the workflow diagram simplified. Okay. I don't know. But number one, the dog would be prepared under anesthesia. Now remember, it's not just for dogs. You can bring a cat in, and it would still work for the cat. There's an IV injection of selective binding agent. Vet dons Vitascope headset, which is AR 3D visualization of lymphoma. Optional therapeutic payload activation. Post-treatment supportive care administered. Data automatically synced to app for collaboration, AI guidance, and record keeping. So they're able to, be outside the room and still like give the dog their medicine and the care they need. They're monitored 24/7 and stuff like that. They're able to be there for the pet without being in the room, so they can still monitor everything, but they're still able to work on another patient. You know what I mean? So it's supposed to be really good to help beat the cancer. You know what I mean? And here's the Vitascope plus BCE protocol, which provides a full stack solution for canine lymphoma, precision imaging, targeted therapy, collaborative research, and post-treatment care. This integrated approach is designed to accelerate research, improve outcomes, and make advanced lymphoma treatment accessible to veterinary clinics worldwide. And here's what it looks like. Here's the diagrams. So this is what the Vitascope would look like. It looks just like regular glasses. And it's exactly what it looks like. It just looks like regular glasses. And it's it would be developed by Apple/Meta. So kind of like Meta and Apple would have to collaborate to make this device, because it's morphing the Apple Vision Pros with the Meta glasses. That's what it's doing. It's morphing those two devices together to make just a pair of glasses that has everything. So like imagine like the veterinarian. See what I mean? Like they would put on their Vitascope glasses just like that, and able to have everything, and just imagine everything, being seen right here, there, all their information, being monitored, the lymphoma cells being fluorescently shown and stuff like that. They're able to, tell the glasses like, yeah, go ahead and eradicate those, and then they're able to, tell the glasses, like administer medicine of this kind. It would just be having all that information in the lenses of the glasses, stuff like that. And it has like a microphone, stuff like that. The next diagram will show you after this one. This one shows just what the device looks like more clearly. Just like I said, just looks like a regular pair of glasses. Just literally that's all it looks like. And it just looks like a pair of Ray-Bans, just looks like a pair of Ray-Bans. And this one explains more on what's going on, so of each part. So as far as the lenses go, it has right here would be an eye tracking camera. Right here there's an eye tracking camera on both sides, of course, that way and then right here in this part of the glasses, it would have the health, PPG, and contact mic. So it has a microphone right here. And then when you go to the side of the glasses, right where it meets your ear, it has the stereo speakers. So that way you're able to hear everybody talking to each other clearly. Right here on the corner at the top, it has 12 MP RGB camera, and it has 12 megapixel red, green, blue camera, and you're able to, there's a camera right there. And then when you go right here, it has 4 CV cameras. So it has it like 1, 2, 3, 4. It has 4 CV cameras. And then there's a little LED light in between the 12 megapixel camera and the CV camera. There's a LED light to help, kind of like a flash in a way, to help with lighting and be able to see clearly. And then on the tip of the glasses, right when it goes off of your ear, right behind your ear, there's a USB-C port, so that way it's able to be charged and stuff. So yeah, it would need to be charged. And then right on the arm of the glasses, it would have GNSS, and then right on the bottom of it, so the arms are going to be a little thick to help, have all this in there. And then right here, there'll be a privacy switch and volume control. And then it has right where it meets the frame, like where the arms meet the frame, it would, on both sides, it would have a total of 7 spatial mics. So really, there's a total of 8 microphones on the glasses, different types of microphones. And then right on the edge of the whole frame on both sides, right on the edge of both of the frames, it has ambient light sensors. And then like right here, it would have on both sides, like right on the edges on both sides, it would have IMU mag barometers. And then the health, PPG, and contact mic, I think I already told you guys about that. It would go right here, because it's pretty much as close to the mouth as possible, so we can hear each other more clearly, And here's figure 4, how it's showing how the Meta glasses and the Apple Vision Pros are basically morphing together to become one device. And then here's figure 5 to show, like, if we was to go in the Apple Vision Pro direction instead of the Meta glasses direction, this is what everything would have. Of course, it's the Apple Vision Pro, technology inside. It would have the stereo cameras, IMU sensor, Intel RealSense D435i. It would have left and lateral tracking camera, of course, on the right side as well. Left frontward tracking camera on the right side as well. left downward tracking camera on the right side as well. It would have cable to SBC. It would have an infrared marker, stereo cameras. So the estimated total cost for veterinarians and doctors, which can be edited by researchers and people like that, I estimated about $1,200 in equipment and $50 for the monthly subscription costs. So in total, they'd be paying one time at the beginning, they'd be paying $1,250 to get the device, which is cheap to them. That's pocket change to them because they make so much. So I really want to make this device, and this is what it would look like at the end when we morph the Meta glasses with the Apple Vision Pros, and then it comes out to look like that, with all that going on, with all that in it as well, because of the Apple Vision Pros part being morphed into it. It would still have all of that, which it would have all of this, and then it would come out to look like that. So it would become the Vitascope. After morphing the Meta glasses with the Apple Vision Pros, it would become the Vitascope. And you might be asking, like, well, what gave you the idea? Why do you want to do this in the first place? Well, we're big fans of, the FaZe, well, it's not FaZe Clan anymore, but we're big fans of the Awadis family. And, Brian, Rugg, and his brother Awadis. And Awadis has been dealing with his dog Booker, dealing with lymphoma cancer. And for a while, he was battling it. He was going to chemotherapy, stuff like that. And my love of animals just pretty much took over. And I was like, I really want him to be okay, because it really seemed like they couldn't, help him. They did help him, don't get me wrong. They did help him with the medication and stuff like that. But they weren't able to cure him, because there is no cure yet. There is no cure yet. So I was really, thinking about it, like, I really want to invent a cure for this cancer. So I was like, what do I do? So I got on to chatgpt, and I started, asking questions to even get started. And then we were just, going through it together, and then coming up with the idea together. And then it didn't take one day. No, it didn't take one day. It took probably about, it's May now, and I've been messing with this idea ever since he got diagnosed with cancer. So however long ago that was, that's how long I've been working on this. And when we watched his video that he posted recently about how he had to put his dog down, unfortunately, due to the cancer, that was really hard to watch. And I just felt so bad for Brandon and the Awadis family. I just felt for him, I'm an empath, I felt for him. And I wanted to, just slap that doctor around, like, you jerk, why'd you do that? But they had to. They didn't have a choice, they had to. And I just was like, I wish I could have gotten this cure, invented faster to help Booker still be here. If this cure would have been invented faster, and that veterinarian that he was going to was able to use this to, help, eradicate the lymphoma cells out of Booker, he would still be, with Brandon right now. He wouldn't have made that video. He wouldn't have had to call that doctor. He wouldn't, be going through what he's going through right now. And it's like, he just needs all the prayers he can get. He needs all the comfort that he can get from his family, friends, stuff like that. And I get what he's talking about when he was explaining the silence in his house and how it feels so lonely and stuff like that, and how he's having such a hard time. I understand what he's going through because in 2025, I lost my, I explained this on my channel before and on my TikTok page, but I lost my two cats, Gemma and Cthulhu. They were unfortunately murdered, and I had to grieve over that and stuff like that. It didn't take, just one day to get over it. No, it took me about a year to get over it. In fact, I'm still dealing with it, and it's hard. I mean, don't get me wrong. The loss of a pet is hard, especially when you're tight together. When you guys are so tight together. And they become more than family. They become as if they're your flesh and blood. They become your kids. Like I always said that Gemma and Cthulhu were my daughters, and now that I have OJ, I always say that he's my son. And Brandon's always said that about Booker, about him being his son. And people might not understand it too well. Like, what are you talking about? Like, you didn't give birth to that animal. Like, what are you crazy? Like, no, it's a fur baby. You love them as the same exact way. That unconditional love is the same exact love that you would give for a human baby. I don't see a difference. Versus an animal versus human baby. The love is the same, and love is love, and it's always gonna be there. And it's hard. The loss of a pet is hard. So I've always wanted to make this cure and help beat the cancer out of any pet that's dealing with it. And like I said, it's not just for lymphoma, it's to help with any type of cancer that the pet is going through. And it's supposed to help eradicate it. It's for vets, researchers, engineers of medical field. It's for people like that to help work together and eventually come up with a cure. Because what also inspired me about this to even get started, because I was with the very, very, very beginning at the start of this, I was like, where do I even start? And I was watching the channel FXX when we was at the Cadillac Motel a while back. And I was watching that channel, FXX, and they were playing Family Guy.
Oh my God! Specimen Z isn't Carter's body. What is it? Specimen Z is a cure for cancer.
Episode, inspired me more to, go through with this. And I was like, there's obviously a way to make a cure. I mean, there's obviously a way to do it. So I was like, talking to chatgpt, like, what do we do? What do we do to get this going? So that's the whole explanation on the Vitascope. All this explains it all. Detail by detail. So this is copyrighted by me, and it cannot be stolen by anybody else. And yeah, I will give the copyright rights to the veterinarians, researchers, and engineers when they are able to actually get this whole entire page here, this whole booklet on the whole test information. So it's like, I just really want to just help animals. That's just all I want to do. I want to help animals. I want to help people. And I feel like animals, are number one, people second. So, I mean, because they are living creatures too. They have a beating heart. They have a soul. They're living creatures too. They deserve to live a full life. They deserve to be loved. And as far as, somebody freaking abusing an animal, they should burn in hell. But anyway, sorry. They, should be allowed to live a full life, full, healthy life with their owners. So that's another reason why I want to do this. And just the whole journey Brandon's been dealing with Booker, it's been hard for not only him, it's been the hardest for him because he's the one dealing with it. But it's also hard for his fans. And, me and my mom, we're fans, big time fans of the Awadis family. And, it's just hard, for us because Booker was loved by us too. And we didn't know him from freaking Princess Consuela, another dog, another golden doodle just walking by. We didn't know freaking Booker from Princess Consuela, walking by. But we knew him from Brandon putting videos up. We knew him because we're such good fans of the Awadis family. We fell in love with Booker because, Brandon showed him on his videos and showed how lovable Booker is to Brandon and his family. And just, that was just the hardest thing ever, just watching that video. We, watched it to, show support. And I commented, I think I can get the comment to show you guys. I commented about how, yeah, I understand what you're going through. And I explained about, losing my two and stuff like that. Like, yeah, it is hard. I understand exactly what you're going through. No, I didn't have to put mine down. They were unfortunately murdered. I couldn't, even say goodbye. But it's a whole different story on that. And it's like, but I still understand what you're going through. And so I really want this cancer cure to become real. So I'm gonna do everything I can to send this to the right person to get the ball rolling on this, to get the lymphoma cancer cure going and hopefully make it real, so that way somebody else dealing with a pet with lymphoma cancer can get this done and they come out of the veterinary clinic and they go back home and then they look at their pet and they're like, you're healthy, you're good, you don't have cancer anymore. They be so happy to have their pet back in their life healthy like that. That's what I want to do, bring joy to the owner, you know what I mean? Bring that joy to that owner, happiness and love and stuff like that. It's like I'm doing this completely out of love, love of animals. That's why I'm doing it, because I love so much. Love is love, and love is powerful, and love, can eventually heal, I guess you could say. So, I hope that you guys did enjoy this video of me explaining what the Vitascope is and the B-cell eradication protocol for the lymphoma cancer eradication cure. And I hope you had the idea and stuff like that. If you do, please let me know by smashing that like button if you want this cure to become real. And please let me know. The support for, basically, we're gonna be doing this all in honor of Booker Awadis, and that's what we're doing. And if you support Booker Awadis and the cure for cancer, let me know by smashing that like button and hitting that subscribe button. If you support this, comment down below and let me know. And I'm gonna actually be making a petition as well to help make this real, get enough support, So I hope you guys enjoyed this explanation on all this. I will come back in the future with a brand new video and stuff like that. So I will see you guys on another video coming soon. So hopefully you guys are enjoying my content that I put out, and I love you guys so much, no matter if you believe it or not, but I do, and that's all I want to do. Love, love, love. But without further ado, it's been Lexi, right? And ChatGPT, I guess you could say. And we're both out. Peace out for now, guys. See you guys next time.